This is video 2 of The Stolen Party by Liliana Hecker, pages 7 and 8. I'm just going to review the last paragraph at the bottom of page 6 that starts right here, just to refresh your memory. I helped the magician, and he said to me, "Thank you very much, my little countess." It was strange, because up to then, Rosaura had thought that she was angry with her mother. All along, Rosaura had imagined that she would say to her, "See that the monkey wasn't a lie?" But instead, she was so thrilled that she told her mother all about the wonderful magician. Top of page 7. Her mother tapped her on the head and said, "So, now we're a countess?" But one could see that she was beaming. And now they both stood in the entrance, because a moment ago Señora Inez, smiling, had said, "Please wait here a second." Her mother suddenly seemed worried. "What is it?" she asked Rosaura. "What is what?" said Rosaura. "It's nothing," she said. She just wants to get presents for those who are leaving. See?" She pointed at the fat boy and the girl with the pigtails, who were also waiting, there, next to their mothers. She explained about the presents. She knew because she had been watching those who left before her. When one of the girls was about to leave, Señora Inez would give her a bracelet. When a boy left, Señora Inez gave him a yo-yo. Rosaura preferred the yo-yo because it sparkled, but she didn't mention that to her mother. Her mother might have said, "So why don't you ask for one, you blockhead?" That's what her mother was like. Rosaura Rosaura didn't feel like explaining that she'd probably be horribly ashamed to be the odd one out. Instead, she said, "I was the best behaved at the party." And she said no more because Señora Inez came out into the hall with 2 bags, one pink and one blue. First, she went up to the fat boy, gave him the yo-yo out of the blue bag, and the fat boy left with his mother. Then she went up to the girl, gave her a bracelet out of the pink bag, and the girl with the pigtails left as well. Finally, she came up to Rosaura and her mother. She had a big smile on her face, and Rosaura liked that. Señora Inez looked down at her, then looked up at her mother and said something that made Rosaura proud. "What a marvelous daughter you have, Ermenina." For an instant, Rosaura thought she'd give her 2 presents, the bracelet and the yo-yo. Señora Inez bent down as if about to look for something. Rosaura had leaned forward, stretching out her arm, but she never completed the movement. Señora Inez didn't look in the pink bag, nor did she look in the blue bag. Instead, she rummaged in her purse. In her hand appeared 2 bills. "You really and truly earned this," she said, handing them over. "Thank you for all of your help, my pet." Rosaura felt her arms stiffen, stick close to her body, and then she noticed her mother's hand on her shoulder. Instinctively, she pressed herself against her mother's body. That was all, except her eyes. Rosaura's eyes had a cold, clear look that fixed itself on Señora Inez's face. Señora Inez, motionless, stood there with her hand outstretched, as if she didn't dare draw it back, as if the slightest change might shatter an infinitely delicate balance. Okay, at this point, you have heard the entire story of The Stolen Party. Go back, reread, and answer those questions that are embedded throughout the text. Okay, it is sectioned so that the answer to the question will be in just the section between the yellow markings. Okay, if you're asked to underline, make sure that you underline. If you're asked to highlight, be sure that you highlight. Use the reference checklist sheet as a reminder to make sure that you're answering the questions completely. Do a good job, and we can't wait to read your answers. This is Mosier, over and out.